What's up, everybody? Nick Wright, NWB. And I'm just here and drinking my morning coffee, looking sexy as hell. And if you don't think I look sexy as hell, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you. Identifying the signs of overtraining and what it actually means to overtrain. And before I even get into that, I want to start it off by saying I don't believe there's a such thing as overtraining. In fact, I think the only thing that's real is under recovery. Now, some people might hear that and say, well, what's the difference? Isn't under recovery the same thing as overtraining? Not necessarily. They sound similar, but to suggest that you can overtrain would suggest that there is an actual set limit, a threshold of which you can step over in your training where it suddenly becomes too much training for you. And that's not true. If that were true, there would be a certain amount of time that would be acceptable for training. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And anything beyond that time would just be catabolic or negative. And that's not the case at all. Theoretically, you could train for 5 hours if you want to. And as long as you're eating enough to support that sort of training, your calories are high enough, your carb intake is high enough, your energy preservation is high enough, and you're getting good amount of sleep and rest in between, you can do that. You can maintain that amount of training. It's all about how much rest you get in between. So what are the signs of under recovery? Typically, it'll start off very minimal, very light symptoms. Okay, it may just be like some exhaustion of the central nervous system. So you may feel weaker in the gym. You may not be able to put up the kind of weight you usually do for the kind of reps you usually do. Everything may feel stiffer or tighter. Your performance doesn't feel as good as it does in the gym. And it won't be just for one day. It'll be consistently, a couple of days in a row. It'll just be progressively getting weaker and weaker in the gym. And that's your first sign that your central nervous system is starting to get a little bit over fatigued, a little bit overworked, and it's time to actually give it some rest. And it's a good sign that you may not be getting enough rest in between your working out, which may mean you need to separate your workouts or just get better rest throughout the night in some way, shape, or form. Perhaps it could even be things that you're taking, like too many stimulants. You could be getting a decent amount of rest, but remember that stimulants like caffeine, pre-workouts are all going to tax your central nervous system as well. So even if you're getting good sleep, those things are getting your central nervous system all jacked up and fired up. They could be fatiguing your CNS without you even sacrificing rest. So there could be a couple of different factors in there. When you really truly hit full-on under recovery, though, what most people call overtraining, it'll be symptoms similar to what I have today. Common symptoms of full-on overtraining are sore throat, first and foremost. You're going to wake up with a little bit of a sore throat, kind of like you feel like you're getting sick. Oh no, I'm getting sick, I got a sore throat. It could be just the run down from the amount of training and lack of recovery. Achiness, feveriness. It'll be very mild. You're not going to wake up feeling like you caught influenza, but it'll be very mild. You feel a little achy. It'll be mild enough to where you're still like, well, should I go to the gym? I might be able to actually go to the gym. But these symptoms are your body's way of telling you, don't go to the gym. I need to rest, at least for a day. Final symptom that really stands out to me on top of the achiness is prolonged or more intense soreness. And I'm talking about regular muscle soreness from working out. Say I did a workout yesterday. I did actually do a workout yesterday. And my legs and my glutes to my lower back are sore, as they should be. It was a squat and deadlift day. But there's something about the soreness I'm feeling right now that's way more intense than it usually would be. First off, it wasn't delayed. Usually delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, is 24 to 48 hours before you get sore. This came right away. Secondly, the soreness is way more intense than that of a regular training session. I get pretty sore all the time, but this is more of an achy, fevery type of a soreness, but it's in the area that I actually train. So those are your symptoms: the sore throat, the achiness, extreme soreness, like over the top soreness, way more sore than you should be from a workout, lack of strength, lack of energy. All of this is what you would call overtraining, but in my opinion, it's really simply under recovery. When you feel this, honestly guys, just listen to your body. You have all the years ahead of you to keep working out. Just listen to your body. Give yourself one day of good rest. Just rest, drink a lot of water, eat well, chill. Try to lay off the stimulants if you can. Just give yourself a good 24 hours of rest. And then in about 24 hours, you should be good to go again. But those are your signs of the occasional, the rare, under recovery that most people like to refer to as overtraining. For me, for some people, it may not ever come about. For me, it only comes about sometimes when I travel, which is an extreme situation. For others, you may find it come about more frequently depending on your daily work schedule or perhaps your own personal immune system. But either way, guys, listen to your body. Subscribe now. Buy a t-shirt, nwblifestyle.com in the info box below. Tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies, dog tags, you name it. Support and represent the lifestyle you live.